Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about how I installed my dash cam Thinkware U1000. It's been a great dash cam for me. I installed it a couple years ago on my Altima and then moved it over here to my Frontier. It's really nice to have. I haven't had to use it because I haven't had an accident or someone jump in front of my vehicle for an insurance fraud claim. But it's just that safety of having it. It's also really nice if you've got that impact sensor in your Frontier that comes with some of the truck models, but I installed it aftermarket in one of my videos. You can go check that out. When you get in your truck, if someone's hit your truck or come up behind it or tried to steal it, your horn will go off once or twice and let you know that something's happened. And so it's nice to be able to then go back and review this footage, and it's super easy to do through the app. The way this works is I've got this main camera that points out the front, and the sun guard kind of blocks most of it, but the lens is actually just below that. And so from the outside, you really can't even tell I've got a dash cam there because that sun guard or that glare guard kind of covers most of it up. There's three cables coming out the side here. One is to this impact sensor here. And so if somebody were to hit the car for any reason, this is separate from the impact sensor I installed in an earlier video in the truck. This is an impact sensor just for the camera. And so if you hit the truck anywhere, this is going to pick it up and automatically start recording, even if your power is off. Another one of these cables actually goes to the rear camera. And so I did opt to get the rear camera that points out the back. And that's just nice to record what's going on in the back. So if somebody hits your tailgate, this impact sensor will go off, but if you don't have that rear camera, only the front camera is going to record. So it's nice having that rear camera to also capture simultaneously what's going on in the back and what's happening in the front with the front camera. The third cable is the power cable. I opted to go through the roof panel, down the A-pillar, and into the accessory service connector behind that kick panel there. Then you can undo this panel by first removing that screw back there and then using a pry tool to get this whole panel off. So first, you can just, if you've got the kick plates, or I mean, even if you don't have the illuminated kick plates, you'll just reach behind here and pull that kick plate up, and then this should pop out a little easier. So this is my bundle of all my stuff connected to the accessory service connector. I've got a lot going on in here, whether it's my GMRS radio, I've got lights, I've got my radar detector, and plus this camera, the Wii Boost. So a lot is connected into here. This is the bundle from the U1000, the Thinkware dash cam. There are three cables coming out of this. I will go into a little bit more detail about where these get connected, but there are three wires that come out. Black for ground, red for constant power, and then yellow for when the vehicle is on. I'll put up the diagram from Nissan of what cables do what and what these need to be connected to. But you're going to want to have ground. You're going to want to always have constant power, because even when your vehicle is off, you want this thing to record, you know, if something happens while your vehicle's off. If you only had power from the ignition when the ignition's on, it's only going to record while your car's on. I want this thing to be recording while I'm away. If somebody comes and tries to do something in my truck, or maybe I'm parked, somebody hits it, I want it to record. And so that's why you need constant power. I ran this down the A-pillar by pulling back this weather stripping. There's three cables that will come out of this bundle that they send you. A black cable for the ground, and that's going to go into your ground cabling here, which is black. Looking at the diagram for the accessory service connector, the red wire from the Thinkware dash cam will go to the red battery wire number 2 in the accessory service connector, and the yellow wire from the dash cam will go into the number 11 accessory wire, which is orange. And so those will be the other wires that you'll need to connect in the accessory service connector. To install this rear camera on the back window, I chose not to install it on the sliding window because there's a wire that hangs down right there. And it's tucked up in the headboard now, but if it was on the sliding glass window, anytime I'd open it, that cable would probably fall down and be unsightly. So I put it over here towards the passenger side. If I put it here on the driver's side, my window wouldn't open because there'd be a camera blocking it. And so put it on the passenger side so that I could always leave it there, still have access to the window, and then just tuck that cable up into the roof panel. I then fed that cable all the way around here, just using like a plastic tool. You can just tuck it around all this this middle pillar here. I don't know if is that the C pillar. I just know that you can tuck it in here easily and hide all the cabling. There's actually some slack all back in here because, you know, maybe you need to install this in Excursion, a Suburban, something very long. So they give you plenty of cable to do that for this rear camera. So if I were to pull back this panel here, or some of the roof panel, you'd see a lot of slack in the cable here, and that's fine because there's a lot of space here to hide it back here. But we've got cable running through there. There's a cable running here, and actually if you were to pull down your weather stripping, you'll probably see, yep, so I've got some cable here, and that's probably the roof cable there, the camera cable, or it's the cable from my WeBoost charger there, or the WeBoost signal. So I've got two cables running through here, and again, you just pull that weather stripping down and you can just tuck anything you need to up in there. And then you just reinstall your cable stripping easily enough. And then you can just hide all your cables in there without really removing anything. And you would do the same thing on that back window as well, or that back door. Just pull your weather stripping down, and you can pull that weather stripping all the way down here, and just that way you're not pulling any of the dash apart. Put those cables here. Thinkware U1000 has an app, and so I can pull up at any time footage. You know, it's all being stored on a SD card over here, but again, it's all being backed up on an app on my phone, and so it's just really nice to be able to pull up anything that's happening. I mean, it's always filming while I'm on, while the car's on, but even when it's parked and it picks up an incident, it will record it to the card. I can connect my phone to the app when I get back to my truck, and I can pull up any of the footage. So again, this is a super easy install. You just got to use some 3M tape to get it where you want it. If you opt for the back camera, 3M tape, put it where you want. You're feeding some cable lines in the roof and down to the A-pillar, connecting it to the right cables, and that's it. And it comes with a lot of security and peace of mind, and that's worth the money to me. So cannot recommend this enough. I don't know that the U1000 is even one of their top of the line cameras anymore. It worked for me. You can still get it on Amazon, and I will post it all in the description of the video. Again, you may have some different recommendations. I'd love to hear them, and maybe I need to trade this one out and get a new dash cam if this one's old and outdated and obsolete. If you found this helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. Thanks a lot, guys.